Hi everyone, David Mala here, and today I'm going to show you how to make some really cool maps with your data and with ggmap and ggplot. So this is the map here on the bottom right that we're going to make, and as you can see here, it's color coded based on sales in different countries of the world. And what we have here over to the left is my data, or my actual code that I'm going to use. Now let me show you the actual data itself. This is an Excel sheet called International Furniture Sales. It's for international furniture parts sales, as you can see down here. And it has it broken down by country, state, province, whatever, city, transactions, units, and sales. And then we have latitude and longitude. Now out of this, if I go back to R here, let me see where there it is. And in RStudio, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read that in. So let me first show you how this works. It's basically this group of data between lines 57 and 88. Okay, so first we start off with installing the packages. If you don't have any of these libraries down here, you will use this install.packages to get them. Okay, here I've showed you with ggmap how the code is for that. Then we have the libraries we're going to install. We're going to have ggmap, tidyverse, which includes ggplot already in it. If you didn't use tidyverse, you would have to do another install.packages for ggplot and then run the library of ggplot. So we have ggmap, tidyverse, deployer. Then these are just removals. If I want to remove this and rerun it, if I want to remove the code or the data that I've put in here. And here's the library for read Excel, because I'm reading it from the Excel sheet I just showed you. And we're going to read it into this map data sheet. So if I bring this across, actually it might be easier if I bring this way. Let's do this. There we go. There we can see everything in the code. So here's my read Excel for the library. It tells the direction or the actual location of it, because read Excel tends to be a little bit finicky. Then we've got where we're actually reading in the actual file right here, the Excel file, and it's putting it in this vector called MapData. It's like a data frame. And then I can access it down here. Now let me show you what I'm doing here. So first what we're doing is we're getting the world data for combined, okay, which is the map data, which is this, and the country field, and we're doing that twice, okay, and that puts it into the combined vector here. Then under combined we want the value. But now the problem is, off the bat with map data, what it does is it will go and put its own value in there, and you'll find that some countries have no value, NA, some do. Most do, but a lot don't. So if you don't do what I'm going to do right here, you'll have some countries like the United States might end up being grayed out and blank because they have no value, and then you're also not using your sales values. So once you have this, then this area down here is where I'm going to have a little loop in here, and what I have up above is I have countries. So right here I'm creating this field called countries, or this vector or data frame, and what I want is I want the unique of the combined region. So I want all of the regions. So like if I were to just look at combined itself, I have tons of entries, as you saw earlier, for Argentina, for the United States, for all these different countries have multiple entries. I just want one for each. So I want countries to have just the different countries in it listed one time. Then what I'm doing is I'm taking the data frame for that and I'm putting that in label 1. So and that goes into CDF right here. Then what I'm doing is for each instance, for each I in CDF, to do this. And what it's going to do is it's going to take with this if else of this combined region in the label 1 I, which gives me that, like the USA or United Kingdom, and it goes through the list. It'll go through the list, and what it'll do is it'll replace value with the map data sales, which is from this. So sales is a column inside of map data. If I were to go and look at map data, I would see in here sales right there. That's what I want, which we've read this in from that Excel file. That's in this Excel file. Remember I showed you earlier, sales, same thing. So I want that in here. So that's what we're doing, and I'm actually replacing the automatic value it gets did the default value with my sales value, so now it means something with my data. Versus if I didn't do this, it would use the regular standard default value, which could be anything, and that's meaningless. It might look nice, but it doesn't show anything with your data, reflecting your data. So with this in here, with this loop right here, okay, what this does is it puts the different countries in here one by one, and it puts the sales for each country based off my Excel file. Then right down here, this all goes in one, is a big ggplot line of code here with aesthetics, where it puts in the longitude, latitude, group, and the fill value, which is the value based on right here your sales. Okay, so see how your sales goes into this combined value then, and so then it goes through, and what we've got here is we're going to create a color scheme of the fill. You know, is it going to be blue? Is it going to be red? Is it going to be a color by the color? This first one here of white is going to be your outlines, your breaks between the different countries, so you can actually see them, you know, differentiated from one another. It's kind of hard if they're really small and you can't see, you know, there's where the red starts or where the blue begins. So that's why we want that white right there. Then there's the theme, and down here you'll see that we're filling sales amount right here, and the title is right here, and this is the exact code you're going to use. And so if I do this, just to show you difference, so right now it's got its blue and red. Let's take this and make it green. Okay, so this is what's neat, is it becomes automatic. So all I have to do is go from here. I can remove, so I can hit start with right here, and I can remove the actual map data that I did before. So this would be fresh run, right? So I just do this, hit Control and Enter, give it a second, bam, there it is. Okay, and it shows you the countries. Now keep in mind, a lot of them look gray because with blue and green, the middle goes to gray. Okay, I could have changed it to pink and blue. You know, that might give it a little bit of a different color here. Let's see what that does. Same thing, you can see right here. 5, 4, 3, there it is. And you can see right here the top is pink, the bottom is blue, same breakout, and I can pull it up and make it bigger. But I think that either brown or red is probably going to be the ideal color combination here. So again, see how I'm doing this? It goes up to the RM, so I go up to the top RM right here, which is remove, and hit Enter, Control and Enter. That's what's nice about RStudio. It makes it so easy to do this. And there it is. And that's all I had to do. So this takes in your sales data. If you have sales data, or it could be anything, it could be transactions. I could have taken units in instead of sales. That'd be very easy to do. And I could go, you know, it's kind of neat is I could do it for all three and then compare the graphs from each and see how they're different. You know, it might be that they're the same, but most likely it's not. You're going to have some countries that have higher sales dollars and others that'll have higher transactions but lower sales dollars because, you know, maybe they're selling a lot of smaller, less expensive parts there, versus another country might have more or less higher expensive parts, but they still have a higher total sales because of that. So you can get nice, you know, insights from a map like this. And let me bring it bigger so we can really see it better here. So here it is, and you can see here by looking at, see why I told you how they're all highlighted in or outlined in white, and then they have their different colors. So you can see clearly, you know, where these furniture sales are selling well, obviously in the U.S., and where they're not. So a low area would obviously be Greenland. I don't think Greenland buys a whole lot of furniture up there, but maybe they do. And maybe, you know, we want to market to that if I was a company, maybe not. You know, maybe Australia is a little bit low here. Maybe we need to bring up sales in Australia or Egypt or something like that. But again, the code is right here. It's very easy to use, and it's great. People love graphs like this in marketing, digital applications, campaigns, to see, you know, how is their campaign doing? How are their items selling? Where are they selling? What countries are they selling best in? Where are their areas of opportunity? This is a great way to graph that, and you see how quick that was? Once you have this code down like I have here, all you need to do is switch out things. So if I decide I want to change the Excel sheet I'm using, I just change this right here. I just change, if I have it in the same folder, I just change the name of it, and bam, there I go. I load in the other one. As long as it's got the correct data in it, which means, like country names, city names, and the sales field or whatever field you want to use for comparison. And as long as I have these libraries in here that I've put in here, you can see them right here. And as long as I've installed the correct packages, if you don't, you're going to get a little error. It says I cannot find ggmap. I can't, I can't do this, blah, blah, blah. It'll be in a little bit syntax there. But you need to have those. And then all you need to do to put your data in, if you don't, you're going to see some cool looking charts, but they're going to be meaningless because they don't have your sales data or your transactional data. So you need to put this little section right here in there. And what this will do is it brings in the sales and it puts it where the regular default values were. So now I have sales based on each item, and it goes through each country, and it has the correct sales for each country as it goes through the entire list. And I don't remember how many off the top of my head are in there, but if I go up here, I can look and let's see, what was that? That was called countries and CDF. Okay, there's CDF right there. And CDF has 252 observations. So what that means is in CDF, if I were to click on this, I can pull this up right here, and there's all my countries. So I have Angola, Andorra, Finland, Barbados, Bahamas, Cameroon, Germany, all kinds of countries in here. So that's where I have 252 countries in here. I think they're in order, but maybe they're not. But let's see. It looks like they're in order. And that's how that works. So then you just need this ggplot code in here with the aesthetics based on my combined field or a vector right here, which has all my data in it, and it'll run it correctly and display it as you saw here. So this is really cool. It's easy to use. You feel free to use this public domain data, public domain code here, and have some fun with it. It's a lot of great use, I get a lot of great use out of it. And I use stuff like this when I'm giving data to clients or to different departments in my company that I work for, and they want to see their data on a international, global world scale, which is really cool here. And again, you can easily change, from sales amount, I could change this legend to say whatever I want here. I could change it to say, change the name to whatever I want right here. The title and the fill are right there. So you know how to do it. You've got the code is right here. I'll put it here again. All you gotta do is stop it and pause it here and use this code right here, and it'll give you some great world maps like you just saw, and you'll be able to make these in seconds. So thanks again for watching. Please take a moment to subscribe and like down below so you can be kept up with all the great videos I have coming out. I've got all kinds of stuff. Please check out my channel. I've got lots of stuff from Excel, data science, data analysis, R, RStudio, Alteryx, you name it, it's going to be on there. So learn some great stuff here. Use it for your own use. Make some great graphs, impress some people, have some fun. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.